Greetings, I'm Craig Smyser with 1835 Realty. Kollet Hardeman is the artistic power behind Kollet Originals. She creates fan-favorite Americana art and lives right here in the neighborhood. We're going to visit with Kollet on this episode of Discover Steiner Ranch. Kollet is a self-taught artist who began at a young age.
I discovered very early on that art was a great neutralizer. It was kind of a tough upbringing I went in, but when I painted a pretty picture of my family and all, there was a moment of peace and joy that happened in my household. I did go away from it when I started drinking and using drugs in college, and I didn't produce any artwork for almost 12 years. I went to rehab when I was 33, and during the course of my rehabilitation, I started painting again and drawing, and it originally started very organically. I just tried to quit the tremors in my hands. It was just trying to give myself something to do to busy my hands and steady them. But then I found myself getting locked in on a portrait, just like I did in my youth, and I would keep doing it and keep painting and keep drawing this one portrait until I actually liked what I was doing and what I was producing. I do art for everyone. I do art for people like me. I do Americana art. I do things that are nostalgic, that they resonate always. They always resonate with something in my past. I was numb for a very long time. I was mute to feelings, and as I rediscover memories from my youth, I paint them. Sometimes it's a song, which leads me to paint a musician. Sometimes it's a movie or a Halloween costume, which leads me to a superhero. That's where they're based on. They're based on nostalgia. And the fact that it's Americana, there's a lot of people that are tying into my artwork because they have the same memory that I have. I paint guitars, I paint walls, I paint canvases, I airbrush, I oil, I acrylic. Because I have to like what I do. If I don't like the art that I do, it shows, but it also has to hang on my walls for a very long time if it doesn't sell. So, I may do Johnny Cash as a black and white this week on a guitar and then paint him on a canvas in full color in 6 months. But it's just a carousel of concepts and techniques that I've evolved with. Murals are my largest one. I have a 200-foot wall in Florida that I did. Probably my smallest is a violin I painted Willie Nelson on last year. I don't know, I'm not against trying anything. I found that sometimes when I try the most intimidating projects, I have the biggest success and growth, so I kind of like the challenges when they come up.
Kollet Originals is her Facebook page, and it's a very good one at that. Drop in during the day as she live streams her painting.
But when I'm streaming, it's not a fancy schmancy show. This is my house. My kids are gonna come in and yell at me because there's nothing to eat. They're gonna yell that they need homework. It's just as raw as it can get, but it's fun. We share our days. I sing poorly while I'm painting, and everybody kind of knows to put me on mute. They'll check in the beginning of the show, and then maybe 3 hours later, and they're like, "Oh my God, Medusa's done."
Like many of us, Kollet, her husband Kurt, and 2 kids moved to Steiner for the great schools and the Austin area in general because of both the cultural and outdoor activities. But she also wanted to contribute from the very start.
I do a lot of philanthropic artwork, and so when I was coming to Steiner, I did an open post in one of the Facebook groups. I'm willing to donate a day's worth of painting for charity. Do you guys know any good charities?
As a result, Kollet's first mural in Austin was painted for Dell Children's Pediatric Rehabilitation Center at Ascension Seton Southwest. Entitled Kokomo, this 10-foot by 20-foot mural is an underwater scene. She picked the theme because its appeal covers a large age group of children. And of course, the imagination and inspiration that it sparks is perfect for both girls and boys. Many kids that come to the hospital are feeling a bit scared, so Kollet hopes that this helps take their minds to a more magical place. Whether you need a piece of art for a wall in your home or a mural on the side of a building, Kollet Hardeman is who you need to call. I'm Craig Smyser with 1835 Realty. Thanks for joining me for this episode of Discover Steiner Ranch. And remember, when you're ready to buy or sell a home in Steiner, I'm ready to help.